Yun turned in her bed, half asleep, and realized the space beside her was empty. Furrowing her eyebrows, she opened her eyes to find herself sleeping alone. He gazed around the room and she stepped down to check the bathroom, but Jungkook was not there. Is he still not home yet? She walked out of the shared bedroom. It was 1 a.m. and everyone was fast asleep. The house was engulfed in pin drop silence with the kitchen lights on. Yoon walked towards the kitchen and there she found Jungkook standing with his back facing her, hands on his hips. He bent down to open the cabinet and look around. She could imagine him pouting as he closed them, finding nothing. Then he proceeded to open others. An idea sparked in her mind, and she smiled mischievously before she tiptoed silently and stood behind him. Jungkook was still unaware of her presence, continued looking for something in the cabinets. Boo! Jungkook flinched and suddenly let out a scream. Yun's eyes widened and she quickly placed her hand over his mouth. His eyes were wide as he turned around and stared down at her in shock. Jungkook placed his hand on his chest, feeling the rapid beats of his heart. What the? Yun? He exclaimed, his voice filled with surprise. Yun stifled a laugh, her eyes glinting mischievously as she removed her hand from his mouth. I am sorry, but you should have seen your face. Really, you find it funny? My heart is still racing like I run miles. Okay, but what are you doing in this late? And when did you come back? Jungkook calmed down his heartbeat and sighed. I was finding something to eat. I just got back home. You could have woken me up. I'll make something for you. It's just food. I can do a little work on my own. Still, you are already tired and there is nothing wrong with waking me up. Well, there is. You were sleeping so peacefully I didn't want to disturb you. I can manage, princess. I don't need to disturb you for little things. He said, removing the strand of hair from her forehead and smiled. Then, did you find anything yet? No, I'm still on the mission. Yun chuckled and she moved towards the cabinet, opened the upper one, taking out the ramen packet. How about these? Oh, my tummy is actually screaming. Anything will be fine. She smiled as she began to prepare ramen for him, and Jungkook started making out the ingredients. He had a lot of work at the office, so he got home late just an hour ago. Exhausted, he initially planned to go straight to bed, but his growling stomach had other plans. Do you have a lot of work these days? Yeah, our competitor in the market is putting up a rough fight. We need to stay ahead. You nodded. Jungkook watched her making. He began to help her cutting vegetables. She walked to the fridge, came out with some fresh meat. How about a little party? I'm up for anything you will make for me, my little chef. She smiled and began to prepare a steak. Jungkook walked towards her and back hugged her, placing his chin on her shoulder. He smiled, feeling the warmth of his embrace. You are going to spoil me with all these. Consider it as a little reward for hard working. His hold tightened on her. Well, in that case, I should work more often, right? In chuckled, feeling his playful mood. She marinated the meat and started cooking it on the stove. Jungkook, still holding her in a backup, watched the sizzling steak in anticipation. You know, I could get used to this. Coming home to a midnight chef, especially one as lovely as you. I ain't gonna give you extra steak, mister. Jungkook chuckled. I don't want extra steak. I was thinking of dessert. Dessert? We don't have much in our fridge. Jungkook grinned, gathering her hair and exposing her neck before placing a kiss on the little mole of her neck. Who said anything about the fridge? I was thinking of something much sweeter. Yun blushed at his teasing words, feeling his warm breath on her neck. You are my secret dessert, you know that? Stop it. He chuckled, enjoying every moment of her flushed face. He gently nibbled on her earlobe, his warm breath sending shiver down her spine. You taste sweeter than any dessert. I could find it in the fridge. Her cheeks turned a deep shade of red as she tried to put a desperate feel to find the right words. You know, I always dreamt of kitchen romance. Just you and me, but someone always interrupts us. Oh, He leaned in, his lips brushing against her ear as he whispered, "Tonight is different, finally. I get you all myself. No one going to disturb us." He tightened his embrace, pressing soft kisses along her jawline and neck, making her heart race. "You were hungry a few minutes ago." "I'm still hungry, but for a different reason now. Will you help me, Mrs. June?" Kim turned around in his hall, hitting his arm, making him juggle. "Oh my, you know how much I love." Then you blush. He leaned down, biting her red cheek slightly, and her eyes widened in surprise. "I love those cheeks of yours." He teased her with playful grin, enjoying the adorable direction he could draw from her. "Should I take it as a yes for the earlier question?" "Stop if you don't want me to leave you starving." "Oh my god, so cruel you have become." He tried to sound hurt, making her whine as she take the steak out in plate and then ramen in bowl. Jungkook took a bite of his steak, leaning on the counter, his face contorted, eyebrows furrowed, and he chewed the bite. The expression he made was one of the pure enjoyment. He noticed, and she couldn't help but smile as she watched him. Suddenly, both of them heard the door creaking open and close in their places. They exchanged glances before suddenly turning off the kitchen light and hiding, both of their hearts speaking out slightly to see who awake right now. They held their breath, hoping not to get caught. They saw Hana coming out of her room quietly, and she looked around before walking towards the guest room, standing in front of Taehyung's room. It seemed like she was screaming silently, doing weird actions before finally knocking on the door lightly. They both exchanged glances, and for a moment or two the door opened. There was a brief pause, and she was pulled inside and the door closed. "What the hell is she doing this late in his room?" Jungkook asked, looking at Yoon. She shrugged, replying, "I don't know, but what do you think? There was something going on between the two of them." "I don't think much, but there has not been much fuss in the house these days, which means there must be going on." "Should we check on them?" "No, it's not our business. Let's give them some privacy." "But what if something is wrong? We should at least make sure she is okay. We need to trust them. If she needs help, she will come to us." "Fine, I was just being concerned. Even though she is annoying, she is still my sister." "I know, but it still matters. Better if they solve between each other." "Since we are not playing detectives tonight, I suppose I should finish my food." She nodded her head, and she stepped forward, but got hit with something, making her hiss. Jungkook immediately held her. "What happened?" "Nothing. I think it was chair. Turn on the lights." "No," he spoke, grinning, making his hands snake around her waist. "Why are you here?" Taehyung asked, pulling Hana inside his room. His eyes widened at the unexpected scene of her standing in front of his door so late at night. "Out of all the questions you wanted to ask this," Hana replied, causing Taehyung to furrow his eyebrows. "I mean, yeah, you are here at 1 a.m. What do you think I would ask? What if your parents see you? What will they say?" "No one is awake right now. Besides, why are you acting like I came to rob you?" Taehyung closed his eyes, taking a deep breath before looking back at her. "Why are you here, Hana?" Hana looked down, and for the first time in her life, she felt nervous in front of him. The intensity in his gaze was not helping at all. "You are leaving tomorrow. You came here to tell me this?" he asked in an exaggerated tone, and Hana's eyes shot up. She found herself directly looking into his eyes. The seriousness on her face made him shut up immediately, seeing her first time serious in his life. "If there is something you want to say, just say it. You don't have to beat around the bush." Hana hesitated for a moment before gathering her courage. "2 weeks ago that night, I was drunk, and I searched hers, waiting for her to continue. I just want to know if you regret it. I don't know why it matters to me, but it does." She looked down. "This is so embarrassing." There was a brief silence, felt only in the distant sound of the night. You remember it? He asked, and Hannah nodded her head. Taehyung's blood boiled with a mix of emotions. Yet you avoid me. Hannah bit her lips, feeling a surge of guilt and regret. She met Taehyung's intense gaze, searching for any signs of what he might be feeling. I thought you do regret it, that you do be mad or disappointed. I don't want things to get awkward between us. Regretted? That's the last time on my mind. If anything, I've been thinking about it ever since. And I looked at him in surprise and Taehyung cursed under his breath. Damn, Hannah, do you realize how I felt guilty that you might think I took advantage of you in your drunken state? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. She looked down, guilt evident in her eyes. Taehyung's expression softened and he took a step forward, unsure if it was appropriate, but deciding that it was not a time to think about. Tell me the truth about what you feel about me. He was straightforward, not beating around the bush, especially not when he was leaving tomorrow. Her eyes met his, and she don't know what she was feeling that time, but instead of giving an answer, she asked another question in return. Does it matter? You are leaving tomorrow. It does matter to me what you think about me, because for me that was not a mistake. I've been trying to figure out what this means, and the more I think about it, the more I want to know what you feel about me. I don't know, say yes or no, do you like me or not? And I look at him, his sudden urgency make her heart beat faster as he holds her chin. I do. Why does it look like you are making me confess at gunpoint? Because I don't have much time. I need to know if I'm going to kiss you or cry tonight. A chuckle escaped her lips, saying how straightforward he was. She didn't expect it, honestly. She was expecting a whole different reaction. Maybe angry, maybe that he don't want her near him. Or maybe more question that would she do that. But looking at him, she might have overthink all these nights. She stayed awake. Yes, I like you, now happy. The look on Taehyung's face was pure joy, as if he'd been waiting for her those words since childhood. Really joy that words he felt at the time. Ah, that tasteless confession. Can you confess again? But this time be clear with your words. I couldn't quite heard that properly. Anna rolled her eyes, but then gazed softened as she looked into his eyes. I really like you. I don't know when it started, but somewhere between your annoying habits and constant bickering, I fell for you. You make me mad, but you also make me happy. And well, I don't want you to go. Then he smiled widened, his awkward smile full on display which she always loved, and he cupped her face gently. You have no idea how happy you have made me. I like you too. You do? Yeah, he said, rubbing his neck softly, and she had a lot of questions. From one, do not ask me such questions, okay? I don't know myself. A smile appeared on her lips. It was not clear to them when their hearts were around each other, but it was more like an attachment they had with each other since childhood. And when that attachment turned into a non-feeling for both of them, which they tried to shrug for so long. Are you sure about going, Diego, permanently? First, I was sure, but now I changed my mind. Don't worry. He kissed her cheek softly, Hannah leaning to his touch, feeling a non-warmth spreading through her. By the way, you know you call me night, right? Her eyes widened at his sudden words, and she blushed at the memory. I was drunk and you were being annoying. Really annoying. I remember someone telling me that she imagined kissing me. Oh, damn embarrassing. Well, I'm going to sleep. It's already late. She faked a yawn and tried to remove his hand, which only tightens around her. You are going. We are just start talking. No, we didn't. Taehyung stayed quiet for a moment. Are you really leaving? Knowing I won't be here for I don't know how long. What do you want to talk about? Everything, including us. Ian was outside tending to the garden. Jungkook was sitting on the garden chair engrossed in his laptop, but stealing glances at his face every now and then. He loved these moments when everything felt so peaceful and even with her getting to estimate her garden bloom with colors. He looked up, a small smile playing on her lips, and then she stood up, brushing the dirt off her hands. She walked over to Jungkook. Jungkook, are you free right now? Yeah, what's up? He looked up at her from his laptop screen. Come with me for a while, I want to show you something. He closed his laptop and followed her, curious about what might caught his attention. He knelt down beside a cluster of small flowers that seemed to have appeared in the garden recently. What type of flowers are these? They are not here before. Jungkook looked at the flowers and smiled. These are forget-me-nots. I planted them. Remember when we talked about adding something new to the garden? I thought this would be perfect. You look at the small flowers, her finger delicately caressing the petals. Wow, these are so small and cute. You know, this implies true love and memories. That's thoughtful of you. They're really pretty. He couldn't help but smile as he observed her. The way she looked at the flowers, her eyes filled with innocence and admiration, made him fall in love with her all over again. He started watering the plants, her jaw reflected in the way she looked at them, like a child discovering something magical. Jungkook began to pluck different kinds of flowers. With a gentle hand, he crafted a small crown that fit for his queen. He stood up and walked towards her before turning around. He looked at him with curiosity as he unclipped the ketchup from her hair, letting her locks fall gracefully. You know, I love it when your hair is open. He smiled as a compliment, her eyes shining with happiness. Jungkook carefully picked the flower's crown on her hand, adjusting it with tender care. As he looked at her, a feeling of pure love and contentment washed over him. Her smile, the way her eyes lit up, it was a sight that made his heart race, skip a beat. He gently felt her face, his thumb kissing her cheek, and pressed a sweet kiss on her forehead. Wait here. She smiled and took a step where they were sitting before, a bright smile drawing her face as she collected his small flowers. Jungkook watched her with love as she tiptoed towards him, reaching up to tuck the tiny blooms into his hair. He held her waist to ensure she wouldn't lose her balance as she adorned his hair with delicate flowers. Once everything was in place, their eyes met, a soft smile playing on their lips. She admired him, he looked ethereal. She sometimes thinks he's unreal. How can this person be so beautiful inside and out? Jungkook is the definition of perfection. From his looks to his behavior, everything is perfect in him. Jungkook smiled when she can't seem to take off her eyes and pecks her nose, making her giggle as they stood in the garden, while the love they have for each other shining brightly. They make me feel so single. Hana, your excitement is showing. An amused tone cut her the air as she sliced apple in the kitchen. She shot a side eye at Hana, who tried to see things snatched a piece. She slapped her hand and Hana pouted. I'm not excited, I'm just hungry. Sure, then why you have been ready since morning? I always wear neat clothes. Be ready. Why would I be ready for a specific something? Because my brother is coming? Hana chopped on the apple she was munching. No, you guessed it wrong. In fact, I was going out with my best friend. Oh really, best friend, huh? You seem to be forgetting that your best friend is standing right here and we didn't plan anything. Hana tried to maintain her composure, but the expression on her face betrayed her. Alright, spill the beans, the big secret. Okay, fine, yes, I'm excited, but don't make a big deal out of it. Just been a while you visited. A while, huh? Are you sure there's nothing more to it? There's nothing. Brother? Hana turned around, immediately looking in the direction you pointed. When she realized there was no one, Yoon burst into laughter and Hana glared at her best friend. You sure there's nothing? Hana rolled her eyes quickly, stealing 3 slices of apples before running out of the kitchen and Yoon yelling her name out loud, scolding her. And when they had come out, And when Taehyung come back after 6 months, the house felt alive again with his presence. They all quite enjoyed their time together. Once they were all seated around the dining table having dinner, Taehyung couldn't help but smile at the familiar sight of family gathered. Serving the food, Jungkook was annoying Hana about something. It's good to be back. I miss this. We miss you too, buddy. Now eat up. It's getting cold. I made your favorite. Oh, that's sweet of you. You should take care of me like this all the time. Do you want me to take all these things back? No, so sweet. I'm surprised you started to make good food, but the salt is little. Okay, I take my words back. I didn't miss you. Why are you here? The tone was mockingly offended and the room filled with laughter at the sibling banter. They exchanged a glance with Hana and they communicated silently through their eyes. Hana shot him a glare and Taehyung narrowed his eyes, signaling her to speak first. Was the secret discussion going on between you two? Taehyung eyes snapped his head towards Mrs. Cheon and chuckled awkwardly. There's something, Hana, and I want to tell you. What is it, son? I know this might be early and Hana and I are together. There was a brief silence fell over the table and Hana bit her lips, sensing the impending awkwardness, fearing that her parents might not approve. Finally, we knew. They all said at the same time, causing Hana and Taehyung to exchange confused glances. Huh? We were waiting for you to announce the news for months. Wait, you knew? How? It was kind of too obvious, bro. We know we can't hide anything from these thin walls. Laughter erupted again, but it was accompanied by relief, happiness that they were part when the family reunited again. Jungkook lay on the bed peacefully, lost in his dreamland when suddenly wet kisses started raining down on his face, a smile threatening to form on his lips. It must be him. Too sleepy to open his eyes, he wanted her to pepper him with kisses. He won't open his eyes. But the moment a small hand delivered a surprisingly powerful slap, Jungkook's eyes shot up and he sat up only to find his 2 years and 9-month-old son sitting beside him, clapping his hand and giggling. Wow, what a unique way to wake your dada up, you little brat. Little troublemaker. Dada, his son let out as he tickled him. You are too cheeky for your own good, he said, planting his face on his tummy before tickling him even more. Where's mama? Food in kitchen? Or she's making breakfast in the kitchen? He bobbed his head aggressively and Jungkook kissed his cheek. After playing with him for a while, Jungkook washed up and went downstairs, holding his son tightly in his embrace. As he descended down the stairs, he couldn't help but feel a profound sense of love and responsibility. The little one in his arms was his pride and joy, a bundle of energy and happiness that brought immeasurable warmth to their home. Alright, buddy, let's go join in others. What do you say? Are you hungry? Insu squealed, expressing his approval that he was hungry too. As they made their way to the kitchen, everyone was already up and about to preparing for the day. Mama, all eyes snapped towards the door entering the kitchen and a smile broke out. Insu wiggled in his dad's hall, spotting his mom. Yeah, go to your mom, who am I? He teased, well aware of his strong attachment to his mom. Insu preferred his mom most of the time and Jungkook was only in demand when Insu doesn't spot his mom anywhere. He placed his down and Insu ran to his mother, grabbing a leg. Min bent down and gladly took him into her arms, showering him with kisses. Did someone miss his mama? Insu responded with adorable giggles as he kissed her cheek back. Okay, everyone, come here for breakfast now. He got through the house calling everyone for breakfast. Hey, where's my little troublemaker? With his mom, of course, I'm just his sidekick. Oh, don't be salty. If you were not a baby yourself, maybe your baby would have loved you more. How am I a baby? Yes, you are. You act like baby more than him. You cried when he drank your banana milk. I was trying to act like him. He's a little thief who stole everything I have. Don't you dare to call my baby a thief. What did he do anyway? Oh please, he stole everything from me. Now your whole attention is on him. From my banana milk to love and my kisses. He doesn't even let me kiss. Yun kicked him under the table, glaring at him. See, I told you he acts like a baby. I'm serious, guys. He even stole my bedtime kisses. I go for a good night kiss, and he's there blocking me like this is my territory now. Jungkook, stop now. Yun spoke, her cheeks turned pink of how openly he said those words. Yun spoke, her cheeks turning pink of how openly he just uttered everything in his mind. Okay, fine, I won't complain, but you need to give me attention too, or I'll. Yun kicked him again, and he went pounding at her. Take these two. You need to eat properly. Anna pushed the omelette aside and impressed. I don't want to. It smells bad. Thanks, I replaced the omelette with a plate of toast and jam. At least eat this then. I want pizza. Then handed a glass of milk. Not now. I will order pizza later. Have your breakfast. Anna scrunched her nose, clearly not liking the thing present on breakfast table. You're meanie. Remind me why I married you in the first place. Then cleared his throat, sitting up straight, feeling the collective gaze on the room focused on him. What? Why are you all looking at me like that? Did you do something to him? Yeah, brother, did you do something to upset my best friend here? He always do. Me upset Hannah? Never. I'm innocent, I swear. She always whine about how she wants this and that. Then why don't you fulfill my wishes? You keep stressing me out. I'm already dealing with morning sickness. Silence fell over the room. Yun gasped alongside everyone, their eyes widening in surprise. Then he chuckled when he saw Hannah place her hand over her mouth. What did you just say? Nothing. She tried to act innocent like she just did not reveal something. She's pregnant. Hannah kicked him in his stomach and he hissed, glaring at her. Jungkook smiled and Mrs. June and Mr. June smiled widely. How can you hide this from me? You betrayed me? He let out dramatically, glaring at her best friend. How dare she hide something like this from her? I was going to tell you. Taehyung, defend me. Taehyung grinned, raising his hand in surrender. I'm out of this latest fight. Anna rolled her eyes at Taehyung and then looked at you. I was going to tell you, love. No. You betrayed your best friend. How could you? Don't talk to me. I'll tell you everything. Hannah sent flying kiss towards her and Taehyung looked at her with wide eyes. What everything? Nothing kind of what you are thinking, Pink Panther. Taehyung sighed in relief when Jungkook laughed before pointing at Taehyung. You two are going to give us party in a restaurant and you will pay the bills. Okay, boss. Congratulations, my daughter. They all started to give them congratulations as the atmosphere was once again lively. Did you buy everything? Yun asked as he looked into the bags and Jungkook nodded. He closed the door of his son's room. Yun was busy decorating their son's room. It was his third birthday, a special day falling on September 1, the same day as Jungkook's birthday. However, Jungkook couldn't help but feel a bit pouty. In the morning, he had only received quick birthday wishes and seemed like their son's birthday was taking center stage. He was sulking, but he told himself he was not jealous. As they decorated their room balloons and the other decoration, Jungkook tried to drop subtle hints about his desire for attention, though Yun remained blissfully unaware. Yeah, everything's ready for his big day. Great, I want everything to be perfect for him. You know it's a special day for someone else too. Of course, Jungkook, we will celebrate your birthday too. He leaned against the wall with a pout. I used to be special one on this day too. But now it's all about our little troublemaker. Jungkook, he's our son. So what? I worked really hard to bring that troublemaker into the world. Late nights, early morning, I did it all. Now he's stealing my spotlights. Yoon bit her cheeks, trying to not to burst into laughter at his pouty voice as he kept complaining. "You are not jealous, are you?" "Who, me? Jealous? No way. But maybe a little attention wouldn't hurt. No one ignoring you. Stop sulking and come here. Help me before Insu come back." He sat and gave her stomp his feet. He grabbed the bins before filling them. "Fine." The little boy was turned 3. His energetic voice could be heard in the whole house. He was in Tahing's arm, Hana and Tahing taking off so they all can decorate the house and surprise the little boy. Because the little boy don't stay at one place and roam around in the whole house. Taehyung set him down on the ground and Insu ran to his mom as everyone sang happy birthday to him and Jungkook. Yoon and Jungkook held their son and guided his little hand to cut the cake. Mr. Jun stand at distance captured the precious moment of them together. Insu, now holding a piece of cake, looked at his parents with a bright smile and then tried to feed them with his little hands, and in return they fed him while showering him with kisses. "Happy birthday, my little tiger," Jungkook said as he fed him the little piece of cake and then peppering his face with kisses on which Insu giggled. "You all look at this little thief. He even stole my birthday." They all laughed and Insu clapped his hand like his father just told him that he completed his degree. "Happy birthday, Dad." Everyone awed as Insu placed a kiss on his dad's cheek and Jungkook's heart melted right there and then, just like when he first saw his son in the hospital. "Me too, my baby." Yoon said and Insu pecked her mom's cheeks and lips, and Jungkook gasped in offended. "Insu, not the lips. Only I can kiss them." "Jungkook, what?" Insu stuck his tongue out at his dad after planting more kisses on his mother's lips, eliciting chuckles from everyone in the room. "Not the lips, little thief." Jungkook looked at him trying to sound angry, but it only made him look cute. "Okay, come on, distribute the cake now. I don't have enough patience for the cake." They all chuckled as they started to distribute cake. Jungkook took the slice and settled beside Yoon, who was feeding their son. He couldn't help but admire the beautiful curves of his family. As Yoon fed their son, Jungkook began to feed Yoon. He still loved to take care of her like the day one. Like from his childhood, she is his baby and they have another baby. Jungkook noticed a crumpled piece of near her lips and a mischievous smile formed on his lips. Unable to resist the opportunity, he grabbed her jaw and leaned down to press his lips against her. Before he could make content, Insu quickly stepped in between them, shielding his mom with his tiny hands. Jungkook's eyes widened and Yoon burst into laughter. He looked at his son with done face. "Oh, now I see how it is. My own son, my blood, my flesh, betraying his own father. Fine, do whatever you want, but don't cry when I won't take you for ice cream." "Ice cream? Yeah, no ice cream for bad boys," he said, but Insu was quick to jump into his father's lap, hugging him tightly, and Jungkook couldn't help but chuckle. Later that night, Jungkook stood at the edge of Insu's bed, admiring his son as he peacefully slept, surrounded by the gift he had received. "Good night, my little tiger." He bent down and placed a kiss on his forehead. "You look angel while sleeping. Can't say the same while he's awake."